So for today, we're going to be looking at the Titans. More specifically, we're going to be looking at the Malwear set. So if you guys don't know, we've already done the review video and the shader video, they're both right here, and the Hunter video as well, both right here as well. Definitely check out all the videos because I do think they're worth checking out. But for this one, we're going to be looking at the individual pieces from the Malwear set for the Titans and making individual sets from those pieces. Also, I would like to make you aware that my Discord's open. I should have the invitation on the description and on the pinned comment. Feel free to join. I'm going to be hopefully getting people to submit some of their sets for me, so that way I can make some video for you guys. Specifically some of the best sets that you guys have shown me, so that way I can make a video and then I can choose my favorite from there. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, here is the first set, the Malwear helmet with the Malwear mark. For the other pieces, it's going to be the Survival of the Strong gauntlets and secondary energy for the Armamentarium, and then the Forged Machinist greaves. So I genuinely like this one. There is no but. I think this one is really, really cool. I am actually really happy with it. It's just the fact that I'm not the biggest fan of the helmet. I'm just never going to be a big fan of the helmet. Now, that being said, if you were to ask me, like, I would definitely switch out the boots for probably like this, so that way there's more glow. And the mark, you could also switch out for this one as well. I mean, to be fair though, you're already using 3 pieces of Survival of the Strong. So it would most likely be the mark that I would switch out, probably being this one right here. Okay, so not that one because it's giving me the off color for the glow. So maybe this one, yeah. So something like this, or you could also just do another like this one. I was gonna say another Vex bond, or not bond, the Vex mark. This looks decent, but this, for me, it doesn't really matter because this is not going for a specific Vex theme. More like digital machinery type of shit, where it's obviously secondary energy, has that like digital look, and then the arms really like everything looks well together. So the Forged Machinist is not a bad choice. It's just I would like a piece that has more electrical pieces to it, would be like my only gripe. I just don't know which one I would choose, because like this one seems fine, but yeah, I don't know. That this one's a little harder to like really pinpoint what I would do with it. Holy damn. Okay, so I would do the Last Discipline greaves because that actually looks really good. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, the Last Discipline greaves I think looks way better with it. So let me know what you guys think about the first set. As for the next set, we're going to be using the No Backup Plans with the N7 helmet, the N7 mark, and then the Malwear greaves and cuirass. So Grand Luster is a shader we're using because you guys might not know this, but the No Backup Plans are actually darker in game than they are right here. So right now they're like a light purple, but I promise you when you're in the actual game, they're actually darker, like a lot darker. It's like more like this. So I genuinely do like this one. The really cool thing too is you don't have to use Void. You could use other glows as well. I mean, it works best with Void obviously, but you could just do anything you want really. It goes by super when it goes to that prismatic, but you could do other ones, but I just feel like, I mean, it's made for Void, so that's why it's better for Void. But this one's pretty cool. Obviously it's gonna go really well with the Malwear greaves because it has that overglow on top, which is gonna be really cool for this. And I really have nothing to add about this one. I mean, like, if you were to ask me like what piece I would switch out, there would be no piece. Probably this one would be a really cool one. The only thing that's unfortunate is that like everything's white except this. So in that aspect, you could probably do something like this, or actually give me a white, please. That's not white, that's white. So you could actually do something like this, and that would be pretty cool because then the glow is based off of the super itself, so it's the same thing as the arms. So something like this is actually pretty cool. Like, okay, so like, yeah, I genuinely like this a little bit more. Or you could do the other ones, like this one, this one. Actually, this one looks pretty sexy. But no, I'd probably just stick with the N7 helm, just because It's simplistic. I'm not looking too crazy. I'm not looking for anything too crazy for the helmet because I feel like the arms and the chest, like everything but the helmet, should be looking crazy. As for the next set, we're going to be using the Insurmountable Skull Fort, the Malwear Gauntlets, and then the Malwear Mark. For the other pieces, N7 Plate, and then the Karamoran Greaves. So this one's pretty interesting. If I'm being honest though, let me see, where is it? I'm not gonna say this one's bad because I don't think it is bad, but it's different than the one I already had, like not available, but like it's different than the one that I had in mind, because it was I think I was using this chest piece. Yeah, I was doing this instead, so I'm gonna switch it to this one just so that way it's actually no, never mind, I'm being dumb. Because I do think this chest is a little bit better. I mean, that being said, bro, like I do think this one's decent. The only problem with this is the chest piece has a gold, because it takes the off color. So that in that aspect, I think that this chest piece is better because it's going with the other pieces that have the same, like silver, brown. I think the boots would be the only thing that I'm not a big fan of, but the other one I would do this. But I'm also not the biggest fan of it. This one was a little rough. I'm not the biggest fan of the arms. The arms shade are like absolute dog shit, if you guys don't know. Like look at this, super black and the arms are white. That is crazy, bro. So yeah, not the biggest fan of the arms, which is why I'm not going to be talking about it too much. Yeah, needless to say, if you want to use the arms, I think the best way to go would be a piece that has very minimal plating, which is why we're using the Karamoran Greaves. Because I mean, the only plate here are the ankle guards and the knee guards. Other than that, everything else is leather. The chest piece has leather in there aside from the metal plating as well. And yeah, that's really it. Nothing too much to talk about for this one. Not the biggest fan of the arms. And then last but not least, we're going to be using the Malwear Mark again with the Malwear Cuirass for the arms, Augmented Auspice for the Synthoceps, Hardened Basilisk Helmet, and then the Enduring Conqueror Greaves. I think this one's the best one. I'm going to be honest. I think this one just looks way better. I think the connections through here and then like here, even though they're not connected, it kind of like alludes to the fact that they might be, I think is really cool. Yeah, I genuinely do think this one is really cool. If you were to switch some things around, I think the helmet would probably be the one that you could switch out if you really didn't like the Hardened Basilisk, or if you don't have it, because this is a season pass ornament. The other, like if you were to ask me like what other helmet would I use, I'd probably do this one, the Deep Explorer helmet. This one's pretty decent with it, and it doesn't have a really bad off color for the helmet, because that is a big problem with this helmet. You guys will notice it from just like certain shaders. Hold on, let me just see real quick. But yeah, right there, you can see the off color right there. So this sits actually pretty good. Shipwright's Finery for the shader, which this might be a problem as well, because this shader was a season pass shader as well. So in that aspect, you could really do anything. This one would be really cool because it has that like muscular, it almost looks like muscles, so to speak, which is why this looks really cool. Because actually, now that I say that out loud, you could also do something like this. But to be fair, you might as well just do this. But that's more Siva inspired, and I'm more just trying to do something like very lean, which is why we're using the Augmented Auspice, because I wanted to do something lean and kind of like small looking. So in that aspect, I think this helmet would be pretty decent. Ignore this one because it makes you look like you are a bobblehead or whatever it's called. Not this helmet. Definitely did not want to use this helmet. This one would probably be really cool because it's a really small helmet. It does have a glow, but it's very minimalistic. Yeah, I think the helmet would be the problematic piece. This one's all pretty good. Actually, yeah, this would probably be the helmet that I would use if you didn't have access to the Hardened Basilisk. Because I still think the Hardened Basilisk one is just better overall. But if you don't have that, I think this one is completely fine. And Devastation Complex should still be available. So Titans, let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun making this video specifically just because, again, I'm having a lot more fun using pieces that I just never thought I would be happy with. Specifically, that's coming from The that is coming, actually might as well showcase it. That's coming from this set right here, the multi-cell set. I have made some sets where I was like, I am so surprised that I actually really like this. To be fair, I have to use 2 pieces of the same set, specifically 2 pieces of the multi-cell, so that way I can make the set look really good. But like for the hunters, dog, I made a set that I just genuinely fuck with heavily. I might as well show you guys right now, but let me see right here. So here it is. This is the set that I made for the hunter, the multi-cell one, and I was like, this looks so cool because it looks like my hunter genuinely like became a guardian, woke up in like kind of like he was getting infected by Siva, but it's like blue instead. Yeah, very heavily fucked with this one. Cannot wait to make the multi-cell video because this is what I came up with, and a lot of them are even better than that. Probably not as better, but really good as well. So let me know what you guys remember. The Discord is up, so make sure you hit the invite button so that way you guys can get in, and then you guys could start talking and showcasing some of the stuff you guys have made, because again, I will be making videos of the sets that you guys make and then picking my favorite, so to speak. So remember, if you guys watch these videos, at least let me know why you won't be going to the Discord. At least let me know, so that way I'm like, okay, cool, like I get that, because I made the Malware Hunter set and I specifically said like, hey, the Discord's open. It has 740 views, yet no one has joined. So makes me feel some type of way, but at the same time, at least people are watching the content. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all. Be safe. I'll see you guys later.